Wade Kelley.
Thank you, Ethan Hyatt. Hello, and welcome to my TV show on the YouTube network. That's right, we moved over to YouTube because Facebook is deleting all of the old live streams. So I got hundreds of hours of live streams that I need to go through and figure out how to preserve for posterity, for historical archives, because people are going to be looking at these for generations, probably centuries. That's right. Anyway, but welcome to my show on the YouTube network with a potential audience of over 2 billion people. Coming to you live from the 3rd Street Promenade in Santa Monica, where I am peacefully protesting and advocating for the homeless here in Santa Monica and in Los Angeles County and California and the whole US of A. The whole wide world if we could do it, but we have to start somewhere, so we might as well start right where we are, and where we are is Santa Monica, California. You say, Wade, why are you in Santa Monica, California talking about homeless people? And let me tell you why. I've been out here, you know, I came back onto this promenade many years ago just to, I wanted to play peace and love songs and enjoy making music out in the sunshine and out in the open air here on this public promenade. So I bought myself one of those performer permits back then. And, you know, I saw the way that they were treating people here on this public promenade. That's right. This is a public promenade. This is not the Grove. This is not Rodeo Drive. This is not Disneyland. And we need to stand up for the rights of all the people to be able to sit on this public promenade and enjoy the public promenade. And get out here and speak and share your thoughts and beliefs right here on this public promenade and peacefully protest. Anyway, I saw the way they were treating homeless people, pushing them down the road, trying to get rid of them at night and make sure that they didn't hang around this promenade. They made laws here in Santa Monica. They told people not to give food or money to the homeless people here in Santa Monica. They had programs. Please don't feed our homeless because that's bad for them. That's what they said. And then they started taking up all the permanent seating and putting out chairs for the tourists, but then taking them away at night, as they do now. They lock up all these chairs so that homeless people can't sleep on these chairs overnight here on this public promenade. And I've seen the way they gave citations to people for having too many bags, homeless people, for having too many bags. They even gave citations for people sleeping on the public promenade with a sleeping bag or a bedroll. And we know here in California, we have a housing crisis, a homelessness crisis. That's right. We have about 180,000 or more homeless people in California. And we need to build affordable housing. And it's hard for people to stay in the housing they have today because rents have been going up and housing costs have been going up for so long. So during the pandemic, they were telling the performers on the promenade not to perform because they didn't want people spreading the virus. But at the same time, they were expanding the use of the sidewalks here on this public promenade and of area on this public promenade for businesses and restaurants and bars, so more people could take advantage of the outdoors at these bars and restaurants. But of course, that made no sense to tell people they couldn't sing or perform on the public promenade while they were having more people dining out and spreading the virus that way. I mean, it was a hard time for everybody, I know. But I wasn't about to just stay home when you could get out and get some fresh air and sing a little song and speak about human rights. Anyway, so I've been standing up for the homeless human beings, and since the pandemic, I have not been getting a performer's permit because I've seen the way they treated the performers and the way they are trying to control free speech here on this public promenade. And that's why I do I peacefully protest without a performer's permit, because everybody who knows, who's seen me, knows that I am peacefully protesting for the homeless, and I am sharing whatever donations I get with the homeless people here on the promenade and around Santa Monica. And I want to speak out for them, and I want to thank Santa Monica City Council for getting rid of that law that criminalized sleeping bags and bedrolls for homeless human beings. Congratulations, Santa Monica City Council. They just did it 2 weeks ago. I will be going to the meeting tomorrow night here in Santa Monica for the Santa Monica City Council to congratulate the Santa Monica City Council for a step in the right direction. I know it's not a huge thing to say, well, we're in a housing crisis, so of course people who don't have a place to live should be able to sleep somewhere in public without being criminalized, without being given a citation. That's not too much to ask. But other places have criminalized homelessness, and other places are still criminalizing homelessness because of the Grants Pass versus Johnson ruling. Look that up if you get a chance. Grants Pass versus Johnson. That's where the Supreme Court said that cities and states can criminalize homelessness. And even if they don't have a place for these homeless people to go, they can criminalize them sleeping in public. And that is just a shame. I mean, no, what?
They're criminals for saying they're criminals.
That's right. They're criminals for criminalizing something like that. That should be criminal for any city to make it harder for homeless human beings, because their life expectancy is much shorter. They're going through a hard time, and they don't need to be beaten down by these cities and other agencies. They need to be lifted up. Oh, I know we weren't made to fly, but we can try. Yes, we can try. I know we weren't made to fly, but if we try, someday we'll fly high above the clouds, and we will sing out loud with joy. Oh, oh, yeah. I know we weren't made to fly, but if we try. Good to see you, my friend. How are you? Someday we'll fly. Oh! Oh, make yourself at home there. Just put your stuff anywhere. I know we weren't made to love, but we can try. Yes, we can try. Yes, we can try. Are you out of here? You doing great? Good to see you. Peace. Someday we'll love. We'll lift each other up and share each other's pain and joy. Oh, 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 yeah. see you in a little bit, Ethan. Good to see you.
Of course it is.
All right. Joaquin, good to see you, Joaquin. Joaquil, good to see you. Someday we'll fly high above the clouds, and we will sing out loud with joy. Oh, 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 yeah. Hi, no, we weren't made to fly, but if we try, someday we'll fly. Hi, no, we were made, oh, we were made to love. Yes, we were made to fly. That's right, we're made to keep rising, keep lifting each other up, keep helping each other out. Or at least I hope that's what we want to do. We want to keep making things better. Just like in the Constitution, the beginning of our Constitution here in the United States. It says, we the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union. Some people thought it was fine just the way it was. But others said, no, I think we can make it more perfect and keep working on things, keep making things better and better for everybody. Establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and to secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution. That's right, they were talking about making things better for everybody. Because when the Constitution was written, it only benefited rich white guys who owned property. And I'm sure some of those rich white guys who owned property thought, hey, it's fine just the way it is. And others said, no, we can keep making it better. And that's what we need to keep doing even today. We need to keep working towards a more perfect union. We need to keep working to establish justice, because we haven't gotten there yet. We haven't gotten to equal rights, equal justice, equal opportunity. So we have to keep working on these things. And that's why we need to make sure that everybody can have the basics, especially as we're moving into a technological age where rich people's toys are doing more and more of the jobs and pushing people out of work. Hey, that's fine. You want to have robots do all the jobs? That's fine. But let human beings be able to survive and have the basics, and let them find things that they can do that they want to do. That's what we're working towards here in this country, is to making sure that everybody can carve their own destiny, can say, you know what I'd really like to do? I'd really like to go and paint a painting or sculpt a sculpture or make a plant that looks like a dinosaur. Here, let me show you that. There's a couple of topiaries there, you know, plants that look like dinosaurs right here on the promenade. So somebody wants to do something like that. So we can encourage people to do the things that they really want to do instead of just working for some corporation or some rich person who just wants to take advantage of poor people. We can keep making things better for everybody. That's why this move to privatize everything in our country is very sad, because there's a lot of things that shouldn't be making money for people. Prisons should not make money for corporations or rich people. You shouldn't have to keep a prison full just for them to make a profit. No, we should be working to have less and less prisoners. Right now we have the largest prison population in the whole wide world. That's right, United States of America. though we are not the most populous country, we have the largest prison population of any country in the whole world. And we need to make it so that people can get a good start, so that people won't want to commit crimes, and that people can have help when they need, when they're having substance abuse disorders or other problems. We need to make sure that we have health care in place and good public education in place to help people get a good start. Right now, it is still 10 times more likely for a young black man to go to prison in California than a young white man. That's not the way it should be. We got to keep working to make it a better day for everybody. And we need to spend more money on low-income area public schools and programs for those schools.
Pretty much do what Christ told us to do, is love one another.
All right, I say love one another, and we need to build more affordable housing in rich areas. There's no reason for segregation to be promulgated because we price poor people out of our cities. And when you price poor people out of your city, you're pricing people of color out of your city, because we know we haven't reached equity yet. You know,
Yeah.
so that's what I'm talking about. We need to keep working on a better day for everybody. Can I give you a few bucks?
It's okay.
You doing right?
Don't worry about it.
All right,
I'll
that's
be okay.
that's what I'm out here doing.
That's good.
My name's Wade.
Anthony.
Anthony, nice to see you again. Have we
Yeah,
met?
we met before. You gave me some money before I was.
Oh, good.
I slept over there.
People treating you all right? I know they're pushing people down the road, you know, and that's what we have to stand up and tell people about. At least, I don't know if you heard about this, Anthony, but the city council got rid of the law that says that you can be given a citation for sleeping on a sleeping bag or a bedroll.
Right. It's called no sitting or lying policy.
They still have no sitting or lying policy here on the promenade. But any of these concrete slabs around the topiaries, you can always sit on those, and because that's an exception to that law. But if somebody's sitting or lying in front of the doorways, they always get after people for that. But they still have the sitting and no sitting and lying law. But they'll let those Coco robots sit on the sidewalk over there all day, won't they?
It's about the business.
It's about the money. I know, and we have to change the way people think about human beings. Not every human being needs to be rich to be a good human being. We need to lift up those that are in poverty. We've done a very good job of lifting up the rich. They're doing fine. Ain't no problem for them. And they're the richest they've ever been. And we have to keep reminding people. We have to do a better job spreading it around a little bit. We've got too many of these rich people's toys are taking over, you know, and they're doing many of the jobs and pushing poor people out. It's getting harder and harder for a poor person to actually be able to afford a place to live with one job. I mean, there are very few people that can do that, certainly on minimum wage jobs, and certainly nowhere here in Santa Monica. And I was talking with the Housing Authority today here in Santa Monica. They have a list for elderly people like my age. I'm 65 now, so I qualify to get on some of these lists for low-income elderly housing. And I'll stand in the back of the line because I can stay with friends and stuff. But I want to see them build more housing for homeless human beings and for poor people, and make sure that people who work in this community can have a decent place to live. We have too few people that work in Santa Monica. Too few of them are able to live in Santa Monica, and that makes for a bad democracy. When you only have business owners and homeowners able to vote in your community, that makes for a bad democracy, because you got all these people working here. You got these firefighters. I met with the firefighters when I was running for Santa Monica City Council, and they said only 1% of the firefighters were able to live in Santa Monica because they couldn't afford it. It was the main reason. And many of these teachers and firefighters and police officers and first responders of all sorts can't afford to live here in Santa Monica, so we need to build more affordable housing, and for the homeless population as well. So, anything you want to tell me about, Anthony? So they are, the security guards are...
Oh, it's okay. Everything's okay.
It's okay, but
Yeah.
they
always
do
come
question.
around and yeah, they always come around and come and get me when I'm laying down. But it's mostly like when I get caught in a place, you know. But otherwise, they're not, you know.
Well, I hope they're treating you all right. I hope I'd love to help if there's anything I can do, but we got to keep speaking out for the rights of homeless human beings and all human beings. But right now, the homeless people, they're having it the hardest around here.
I'm heading to Target to try to get some ice cream.
All right, you sure you don't want a few?
Well, I mean, it'll help.
All right, here. That's all I have right now.
I think I got to stay up tonight. I don't think I'm going to lay down to go to sleep.
Well, I hope to treat you all right. I hope you can get some ice cream, and we'll keep working towards a better day. Keep speaking out.
Yeah, I've been on a diet for a while. I've been on a biblical diet.
Well, I hope it's good for you, and I hope you're feeling good about it.
Yeah.
And I hope you can stay healthy on it.
Well, I know.
I mean, you're not doing a 40-day fast or anything. I hope.
That's what I want to do, but it's hard to do that when you don't have your own place.
Yeah, it's hard to have enough to eat when you have to buy everything from a store and you can't cook it
Last
every
time
day.
I fast, when I got up, it was like almost a 30-day fast, just on water alone. Got close to 30 days, and when I got up to walk, I almost fell back down, like my muscles were deteriorating. But at the same time, I lost a lot of weight.
Yeah.
I lost about 10 pounds. I lost so much weight, you can see my bones, everything. And it was good because I felt better. But at the time, you know, trying to get up, trying to get somewhere to eat, it was like, this ain't right. Like, I felt it didn't feel good.
Mm-hmm.
But it cleansed my blood, it cleansed my liver, it cleansed my kidneys, it cleansed my colon, it cleansed everything. My eyes, I could see better, I could hear better, I could taste better. And when I got the food back in me, I was like hungry for more of the food. Starving for other stuff. So I want to get somewhere where I'm allowed to just stay there and not have to be moved, so I can fast. I can do my spiritual, because I'm on my spiritual journey, and I'm trying to fast for doors to open for me to do my spiritual journey, so the doors are open for me.
Well, I hope you are able to do that, and because that's what I think we all should be working towards in this country, is letting everybody go on their own spiritual journey that they believe in, or non-spiritual journey if they don't believe in it. But we need to keep working to make sure that everybody can chart their own destiny, and that's what this country is really about. It's about poor people being able to chart their own destiny as well as rich people, and not have to bow down to rich people and those that are in power. And so we'll keep working towards a better day.
Better days.
Thank you, Anthony. Good to see you. Peace.
You might see me again in a minute.
All right.
I'm just going to get this and coming back. I'll see you soon.
Okay.
Thank
Be
you.
safe. Peace. Thank you. We'll keep working towards a better day for everybody. That's right. When will we see that day of peace? When will that day of peace appear? We'll keep looking by and by for it to fall out of the sky, but we better work on peace on earth down here. When will we see that day of peace? When will that day of peace arrive? We'll keep waiting by and by for it to fall out of the sky, but we better work on peace on earth to help our children survive. Peace, oh peace. Peace, let's stand up and work for peace. When will we see that day of peace? When will that day of peace appear? We'll keep looking for nirvana, but I think we just might want to work on peace on earth down here. Peace, oh peace. Peace, let's stand up and work for peace. When will we see that day of peace? When will that day of peace appear? We can ask the universe to get rid of this war curse, but we better work on peace on earth down here. We'll keep waiting by and by for it to fall out of the sky, but we better work on peace on earth. We better work on peace on earth. We better work on peace on earth down here. Woo! That's right, and if we're working on peace, that means we got to make sure that the poor people aren't totally oppressed by the rich people. That the rich people aren't putting their toys out there to make all the money and making it harder and harder for poor people just to survive. We're talking about having enough to eat, a decent place to live, health care, the basic health care, and good public education to help people get a good start so they can go out on their own. They can have a good start. They can have the basics, and they can say, this is what I would like to do with my life, and they have the tools to move forward with it. It's kind of like even if they want to say play their guitar on a promenade somewhere, even though people say, well, that's not really doing anything, but some people might want to just do that. And they might benefit society by doing that. And we need to help people to achieve the goals that they want to achieve. Because if we can make sure that these robots do these jobs, we can make sure that human beings can survive without delivering somebody's food. And I don't think that service is a terrible thing. People serving each other now and again, it's a good thing to learn to do, and I think we should have more community service for our young people as part of their schooling. I think that should be part of a public education, is community service and finding out how these communities work and what they need. But certainly we shouldn't have a class of rulers and a class of servants. That's not the United States of America. And that's why this idea of selling citizenship for $5 million a piece, a gold card, a Trump gold card, now that's just a terrible idea. We don't need people to buy their way in and think that they can treat the poor people in this country however they want. We want people who want to come here and work on democracy and equal rights, equal justice, equal opportunity, and human rights for every person. Get your gold card today. Step right into the USA. No need to stand in line. $5 million will do just fine. Forget you're tired, forget you're poor. Just send your rich through our front door. We don't care about human rights when making money is in our sights. And you can use your cryptocurrencies and and get your gold card today. Step right into the US of A. That's right, friends. Hello, rich people all around the world. Are you tired of the poor people in your country? Well, come on and take advantage of our people here in the USA. For $5 million, we'll put you right in front of the line for citizenship. You can find your way right into the citizenship book. That's right. Let those other suckers wait in line. Come on. You know, $5 million, you can come in and just have a good time and push our poor people around. And I'm telling you, we need more rich people who feel entitled in our country. That's right. We need more rich people who think that poor people are scum. That's right, because we haven't treated the poor people badly enough. We have to let more rich people in to make sure that they understand what it's about. And get your gold card today. Step right into the USA. No need to stand in line. $5 million will do just fine. Forget you're tired, forget you're poor. Just send your rich through our front door. We don't care about human rights when making money is in our sights. And you can use your cryptocurrencies. Get your gold card today. Step right into the US of A. That's right. That's what some people want to do. They just want to have a class, a ruling class and a servant class in this country. We have millions and millions of people that have been used for their labor here in the United States and haven't been given their rights. You know, for generations, for centuries, certainly ever since we ended slavery in this country, people have been taken advantage of for their labor. And of course, the ultimate taken advantage of was slavery. But then we ended slavery, and we still let people treat people without rights. I mean, many places in this country would let immigrants come in during the working season, during the picking season, the harvest, or during the planting season in this country. And then when the planting and the harvest was over, they would push them down the road. They would say, no, we don't need you here anymore. Get out. And that's the way it's been for generations around this country. When the work is plenty, they hire people and they tell the authorities to turn their eyes. Look away while we have these people do the labor. But after they do the labor, they don't want them to have the rights. And that's why we've gotten to this place where we have so many undocumented people in this country. We need to stand up for their rights. And we need to make sure that we keep working towards a day when everybody can have the same basic rights in this country. De la Sierra Moreno, cielito lindo, vienen bajando un par de ojitos negros, cielito lindo de contrabando. Ese lunar que tiene, cielito lindo, junto a la boca, no se lo des a nadie, cielito lindo que a mí me toca. Ay, 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 canta y no llores, porque cantando se alegran, cielito lindo, los corazones. Ay, 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 canta y no llores, porque cantando se alegran, cielito lindo, los corazones. That's right. We need to stand up for everybody's rights. And we need to bring people into this country who want to work towards equal rights, equal justice, equal opportunity. who want to stand up for poor people having the same rights as rich people. Because we haven't gotten to equal rights yet in this country. Some people don't even want to talk about racism anymore. We can't talk about racism. We already got that taken care of. No, we haven't. We got to keep working at it to make things better for everybody. It was nice of Anthony to stop by and talk a little bit. And he was talking about wanting to go on his spiritual journey and fasting and being able to be in a place, have a safe place to stay where he could do his religious beliefs and explore his religious beliefs. And I think that's wonderful. Everybody should be able to explore their own thoughts, their own journey, their own destiny. That's what the First Amendment is about. Congress shall make no law respecting the establishment of religion, or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech, or of the press, or of the right of people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. And that's what I'm doing here tonight. That's right. How you doing, Devin? Good to see you. Things going all right?
Not really, no.
Huh?
No, not really.
I'm sorry.
Please took my van. So I'm back out on the beach.
Just because you had parking tickets, or?
No, it's kind of a long story, but something really stupid. An off-duty cop called like his cop buddies because we hit somebody's tire. Not a car, we hit a tire. But, you know, since I did have an expired thing, I don't know, it's a whole ordeal, but...
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's all right.
I hope things get better, Devin.
Yeah, but it sucks. I really like that.
Young man trying to get by and... well, I hope things get better for you.
Yeah.
He's working you work pretty much full time, don't you? You work full time, and he's having a hard time trying to get a decent place to live. Of course, he can't get a decent place to live here in Santa Monica, working a full-time job that he has helping the city. And then his van gets taken away. How much does it cost for you to get it back? I'm sorry to hear that. You have a good night. I hope you stay safe and warm tonight. I hope things get easier and better. That's right. That's what happens to young people, especially to young people, but I mean, it happens to everybody. Some of us get used to losing things like cars and stuff. But when you're young and trying to hold on to a car, to have a place to sleep, a place to live, and then tickets come up or somebody bumps into a car and they take away their van or their living situation. That's right. He was living in a van, and now they took his van away, and it cost too much to get it back, and now he's having to sleep on the street again or sleep on the beach. Find a place where they won't harass him. Now, people can't legally sleep on the beach. That's part of the thing. They have to be sly about where they sleep, and it can be very dangerous. There was a young woman, Tiana Thomas, just died, was killed on the beach just a month ago, and that was a sad situation. Sometime in February, Tiana Thomas, and very sad. And the life expectancy for people sleeping outdoors, sleeping in the streets, it's much shorter than the life expectancy of those who have a decent place to live. Go figure. That's right. We need to do better by these human beings. We got all these rich people's toys on the streets, and they're taking over a lot of jobs, and we're making it harder and harder on poor people just to survive. Thank you, peace. I'll be sharing that with the homeless. Thank you. Rich people's toys making rich people money while the poor girls and boys live in the streets. It ain't funny how they're raising all the rents, and the governments are finding ways to funnel all the money to be spent on rich people's toys making rich people money while the poor girls and boys live in the streets. It ain't funny how they're raising all the rents, and the governments are finding ways to funnel all the money to be spent on rich people and rich people's toys. You're the rich people and rich people's toys. That's right. And now Trump wants to bring in a whole bunch of people from other countries to be rich people and have their rich people's toys. He wants to give them a gold card, a Trump gold card, so they can jump to the front of the line for citizenship. $5 million will get them right in the door. And we don't need more rich people who don't care about the rights of human beings. We need people who believe in human rights, equal justice, equal opportunity for all. Rich people's toys making rich people money while the poor girls and boys live in the streets. It ain't funny how they're raising all the rents, and the governments are finding ways to funnel all the money to be spent on rich people and rich people's toys. Yeah, the rich people and rich people's toys. That's right. We got rich people's toys littering our streets right here in Santa Monica. We've got the little robots. We've got all these scooters and all these e-bikes. They're all littering our streets here in Santa Monica. Everywhere you look, there's a driverless car. There's a little Coco robot delivering food. They got plenty of rich people's toys making rich people money. And we got human beings having to sleep on the streets. Even human beings that are working jobs for this city and for other cities and working jobs all around this country, they can't afford a place to live. How sad is that? While these rich people's toys are being charged up and taken care of every day. You see, the rich people's toys making rich people money while the poor girls and boys live in the streets. It ain't funny how they're raising all the rents, and the governments are finding ways to funnel all the money to be spent on rich people's toys making rich people money while the poor girls and boys live in the streets. It ain't funny how they're raising all the rents, and the governments are finding ways to funnel all the money to be spent on rich people and rich people's toys. On the rich people and the rich people's toys. They find a lot of ways to spend the money on the rich people and rich people's toys. How you doing, Christopher? You're looking good. Is something good happening? Yeah? Well, that is a good thing. I am glad to hear that. I hardly drink any alcohol. It's good. Drink a lot of water. I hope you can drink a lot of water now and then. Are you earning it? I mean, no. Are you gaining any weight? You gained a few pounds? You were looking skinny there last time I saw you. I think you're looking a little better. You want to come and say hi? Christopher Foley.
How do, America? Shouldn't this guy be mayor? Or
Wait.
like head of city council or something?
It's all right for them to see
I
you
think he
drink.
should.
So anything happening that's new and working towards a better day for everybody and yourself and working towards peace? Oh, did you hear that they got rid of the law that criminalized sleeping bags and bedrolls here in Santa Monica? So I'm going to go to the Santa Monica City Council meeting tomorrow night. I'm going to congratulate them on that and also ask them to keep working to make things better for everybody here in Santa Monica, not just the rich people. The rich people are doing pretty well here in Santa Monica, wouldn't you say?
This is what we're
A little too well, yeah.
This is mine. It's called Jesus Juice. And it's a non-profit organization. And we're going to try to get at least 3 buildings where we can house people and feed them and clothe them with so they don't have to pay for anything.
That's fantastic.
And all they got to do is just help out each other and help cook and whatnot, help clean.
Uh-huh.
But
That's
we
fantastic.
still need a building. I get the one with the claws. Everyone else gets the human hand.
Uh-huh.
Right? Pretty
Wonderful.
cool, huh?
Well, I'm glad. Oh, the one with the claws.
Yeah, that's me. I'm the guy with the claws.
Okay.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
You as well.
That's wonderful. I hope you can house some people and help them. You can all work together on some of these ideas. So is there already a group behind it, a nonprofit group? Oh, good. Well, I hope it moves forward. Because, even though Santa Monica has gotten rid of this law criminalizing sleeping bags and bedrolls for homeless human beings, yay, Santa Monica, thank you for doing that. That's a step in the right direction. It's a small step, but we need to keep moving forward. We need to build some affordable housing here in Santa Monica. They're supposed to build about 4,500 units of affordable housing, low-income housing, between now and the end of 2029. And so far, I think they've built about 200 units. So they got a lot of catching up to do. They're behind. I talked with the people at the Housing Authority. They are far behind, and they need to get moving here in Santa Monica because they have a waiting list, and they're just waiting for old people to die for the affordable housing. That's about it, because they're not building enough affordable housing here. So they have hundreds and hundreds of people on lists, but they're not able to move anybody into the affordable housing. So we have to keep telling them, build more affordable housing, Santa Monica. We're living in California, the land of peace and love. Living in California, place the whole world's dreaming of. Living in California, everything's mostly okay. Living in California, another beautiful sunshine day. It was very sunny over in Hollywood and that area. Over here in Santa Monica, very misty, very cool. I don't think it got above 70 degrees. That's another reason why these coastal communities need to build more affordable housing. If the scientists are correct and the climate crisis is going to things are going to get hotter and hotter here, you're going to have more people living next to the coast because it is going to be a more temperate climate and the air quality is going to be better. Even if the deserts heat up to 200 degrees, it's going to be a little cooler over here. Today, over in Hollywood, it was about 86, 87 degrees. And I don't think it reached more than 70 degrees here in Santa Monica today. So you can see that we're going to need to build a lot more affordable housing over here on the coast. There's no reason for 70%. How you doing tonight? Good to see you. Tell me your name again.
Robert.
Robert. Wade. Good to see you again, Robert.
Wait. Wayne or Wayne?
Wade.
Wayne.
Good to see you,
Thank
Robert.
you.
Thank you. You have a great night. Peace. So we're going to have to do a better job of building affordable housing right here on the coast, right here in cities like Santa Monica. We're living in California, the place the whole world's dreaming of. Living in California, place of peace and love, mostly, yeah. Living in California, everything's mostly okay. Living in California, another beautiful sunshine day. Don't let the Trump get you in a slump. We'll get rid of his hump. We're gonna be all right. Yeah. We're in the land of surf and sand, movie stars, electric cars, and it's a beautiful Santa Monica night. I'm living in California with people of all kinds. Living in California, sure all just a little bit out of our minds. Ooh, living in California, everything's mostly alright. Living in California, having fun on the promenade tonight. Now don't get me wrong, we got a lot of great things going on here in California. California is the second most diverse state in the whole country, behind Hawaii. We got people from different backgrounds, different races, different religions, different ethnicities, different beliefs, different genders, all living together in virtual harmony. But everybody knows there's some things we need to be working on. California is the 5th largest economy in the whole wide world. That's right, if California was a country, we would be the 5th largest economy. And yet, California, we have more homeless people than any place in the whole country. Between New York and California, we've got a lot of homeless people. And we need to show that progressive government can work, that we can build affordable housing, that we can have a healthcare system that can meet the needs of our poor, and those people are working poor, and people that need the help. I mean, the rich people, they're doing fine. They're getting the help they need. But we need to show a better job with our poor population. We need to make sure that the poor kids can have a good public education. California, we are the #1 agricultural state in the whole country. We grow more than any state in the whole country. And we're a very wealthy state, and yet we are ranked 17th in spending on public education. That is just a shame. And we're ranked about 40th in the outcome of public education. So that means we need to be spending a lot more money on public education, especially in low-income areas. We need to lift those low-income area schools up, lift those kids out of poverty, help them with the basic needs. You know, we fell further and further behind during the pandemic, and we need to lift those poor kids up a lot. So it's going to take a lot of work, but we can do it. We just have to get people that care involved. It's like Franklin Delano Roosevelt said, the test of our progress is not whether we add more abundance to those who have much. The test of our progress is whether we provide enough for those who have too little. So, California, if you want to show that progressive government can work, if you want to show that a democratic-led government can work, we've got to make some changes. We got to get to work on these problems. We got to spend more money on public education here in California. We have to lift people out of poverty. We have to build more affordable housing, and we have to make sure that our health care system really helps those people in need. Hey, it's a lot better than some of those states that don't have any poor people's health care at all. But we have to keep working to make it better. We have to show that progressive government can work and can be an option for people that just want to see kids lifted out of poverty and see people have better lives. We have to keep working at that, California. I'm living in California with people of all kinds. Living in California, sure out a little bit out of our minds. Ooh, living in California, things would be a whole lot worse. Living in California, rest of the country's moving in reverse. Let's not follow them, huh? Living in California, the place the whole world's dreaming of. Living in California, go out and spread some peace and love. Hey, 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 hey. That's right, we gotta keep working towards a better day. There's no reason for only rich white people to live next to our public beaches. We have 800 miles of public beaches here in California. 800 miles. Those beaches belong to all of us. How you doing, David? Good to see you. Peace. Things going all right? Yeah. All right. Good to hear. 800 miles of public beaches, right, David? Those beaches, who do they belong to, David? They belong to all of us. And we need to stand up for the rights of everybody to have access to our public beaches. And we need to have more people living next to our public beaches, more poor people, and more people of different colors. We need to keep working towards that because this land is your land. This land is your land. This land is my land. Good to see you, Jorge. Good to see you. Peace. From California to the New York Islands, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. Let's make sure this land is made for you and me. As I was walking that ribbon of highway, I saw above me that endless skyway. I saw below me that golden valley. Let's make sure this land is made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Islands, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. Let's make sure this land is made for you and me. On the promenade, in the shadow of the steeple, near the relief office, see a lot of homeless people, and some are grumbling, and some are wondering, is this land made for you and me? Yes, it is. It's made for all of us. And we need to stand up for the rights of everybody in this country. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Islands, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. Let's make sure this land is made for you and me. Let's make sure this land is made for you and me. Let's work to make sure this land is made for you and me. How you doing? Can I give you a few dollars? Doing all right? You have a good night. Peace. So we keep working at it. We keep trying to. We want to work in the other direction. We don't want to work in the direction of giving more and more power to the rich and the powerful. They already have enough. They're doing fine. We don't need to make sure that rich people keep getting more. We need to make sure that poor people get enough to survive. And so that's why we need to show that we can do that here in California. And that means we're going to have to do things like raise taxes on vacant buildings here in Santa Monica. We're going to have to make sure that we don't have so many units of housing that are just earmarked for tourism only and for making a profit. If you've got people living in your city that don't have a place to sleep, don't have a place to live, you either need to build more affordable housing or you need to use the housing that you have to house more people. So we can get control on this housing crisis, this homelessness crisis. We don't need to keep pushing more and more people out into the streets. And it's been a hard time for a lot of people just recently even. And I know that it's going to be harder to build more affordable housing because of these fires that have happened and other problems. And now Los Angeles has a deficit of $1 billion. Wait a minute. Didn't see that coming. Well, maybe some people saw it coming. But we have a governor who tried to criminalize homelessness without having any solution for housing the homeless. We gave him $24 billion to house the homeless, and where's the housing? We still have the largest homeless population in the country. Either us or New York. We're neck and neck there, is that right? Something like that. But we can do better. See the people living in the street, ain't got no money, ain't much to eat. They're not too proud to take your crust of bread, just looking for some place to lay their weary heads. What's the problem that brought them here? The story's long and it isn't very clear. So many roads lead to the street, just looking for some place to lay their tired feet. I ain't saying they ain't done wrong. I ain't saying didn't help to bring it on. I'm just saying there must be somewhere they belong, and they're looking for somewhere, looking for somewhere, looking for somewhere to lay their weary heads. All these homeless people living in a ditch with all these empty buildings and tax cuts for the rich. I ain't saying you have to give, but everybody has got a right to live, and they're just looking for somewhere, looking for somewhere, looking for somewhere to lay their weary heads. You can sweep them out your doorway, tearing down their tents. Gonna keep on coming if you keep on raising rents. I ain't saying you have to do good, but why don't you try letting homeless people move into your neighborhood, Santa Monica? Looking for somewhere, looking for somewhere, looking for somewhere to lay their weary heads. Don't need your swimming pool, don't need your king-size bed. Just looking for somewhere to lay their weary heads. Yeah. Hey, hey. That's right, they're looking for somewhere to lay their weary heads, and we could help them. We could make sure that everybody who needs a place to live has one in this richest, most powerful country in the world. We're not talking about brain surgery there. It's just a simple thing of finding empty spaces and putting people in those empty spaces, or building enough empty spaces for those people to go. Here in California, we got plenty of empty buildings. If people were serious about housing the homeless, we could end it tomorrow. That's right. We could end it tonight, but I know everybody says it's just a problem of greed, and that is a big part of it. But we need people who want to lead and who want to help move in the right direction. And raise taxes on the rich, 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 raise taxes on the rich. Or people say to me, wait, if you raise the taxes on the rich, then more people will leave California. And I say, bye-bye. If they are the kind of rich people that don't want everybody to have the basics, if they're the kind of rich people who don't want poor people to have a decent place to live, food to eat, and health care, I say, you can move to Texas, that's fine. You go to Texas and take advantage of the poor people there. We want to try and lift everybody out of poverty here in California, and we need leaders who will help us do that. We don't need two-faced leaders like Gavin Newsom, who says we need to build affordable housing and then tears down all the tent encampments and criminalizes homelessness, and then says he wants to help lift people out of poverty, and then he says he's a friend of Elon Musk's, and he says he's with Elon. When the California Coastal Commission was talking about not letting Elon take off and land from Edwards Air Force Base, Governor Newsom said, I'm with Elon. Yeah. He talks out of both sides of his mouth because he wants to run for president. And I say, you lost my vote when you asked the Supreme Court to let you criminalize homelessness. And that's what he did. He did a friend of the court briefing for Grants Pass versus Johnson. So he lost my vote. And I hope we can get somebody in there who really can lead and help put poor people into housing and lift the schools, spend more money. People are talking, don't get rid of the Department of Education. I say that's fine, don't get rid of it. But what are we going to do about the Department of Education right here in California? What are we going to do about spending more money on public schools right here in California? We're the 5th largest economy in the world. We don't have to wait for any federal funding. We don't have to wait for any federal government. We can make sure that our schools are better funded right here. And we need to tell our leaders, our democratic, progressive leaders, supposedly, we need to tell them to spend more money on education. Spend more money on education, spend less money on incarceration. Spend more money on education, spend less money on incarceration. Spend more money on education, spend less money on incarceration. You know, every year, California spends about $18,000 per public school student, and over $105,000 per every incarcerated person. That's right, over $105,000 a year to incarcerate a person, and they only spend about $18,000 per year on public school students. That is a shame, California. We need to spend more money Spend more money on education, spend less money on incarceration. Spend more money on education, so we spend less money on incarceration. Spend more money on education, so we spend less money on incarceration. Sing that song to your leaders. Tell them we need to move in a better direction for all of our young people, all of the poor young kids that are going to be left behind and forced into the labor force that doesn't even pay enough for them to have a decent place to live. There are too many people working a full-time job that can't afford a decent place to live right here in California, and certainly not here in Santa Monica. We have to do a better job. We have to do a better job. Progressive government. We have to show people that we can lift people out of poverty and not leave them behind while we continue to give rich people more benefits all the time. We can do better. How much does it cost to live? How much do you have to pay? How much should you have to earn to live for one more day? How much does it cost to live before your life has worth? And tell me, how hard should you have to struggle to survive in the richest, most powerful country on the face of the earth? How much does the rich man want? How much does he have to keep before he can say it's okay for poor people to sleep? How much do the greedy want for poor folks to eat? And tell me, when will we see the end of the days when human beings have to sleep in the streets? How much, how much, how much, how much, how much, how much? Yeah, how much should a person have to earn every day before they have a right to live in this country? Before they have a right to survive? How much should every person have to earn? And what should they do to earn it? I know a lot of people who just push a few buttons in a day and make lots of money. And I know a few people that work back-breaking jobs that make next to nothing at all and can't survive, can't afford a place to live right here in Santa Monica, right here in California, right here in Los Angeles County. This young gentleman I was talking to just earlier, he goes around, he picks up the garbage off the streets for the city. He goes around, pushes a barrel around the city, and he greets people, and he's very nice, and he takes care of the city of Santa Monica. He can't afford to have a decent place to live. Full-time job he works. And yet there are some people who don't lift a finger at all and live quite well. And some people just push a few buttons. Some people might say, I like this hair conditioner. It makes my hair so fluffy and nice. And they do quite well too. Me, I make quite a good living sitting out here on this promenade, making a little bit, singing a few songs and talking a lot. I make quite a good living, as you probably know. Yeah, I make how much am I making now? Oh, I'm making a lot. No, I'm old now. I get the Social Security, so I can share this, the donations that I get among the homeless people here in Santa Monica. And I get a little bit of pensions from the acting that I did in the past. Not a lot, because most of the acting I did, most of the performing I did for free. about half and half. And I enjoyed a lot of the performing I did for free, just as I do with some of this out here. And we need to make it easier for people to do things for free, because we have more and more jobs that are going to be taken over by artificial intelligence and robots and such. And we need to make it easier for people to go after their goals, whether it's singing or dancing or doing this with your wrists or fishing or flying or whatever it is. We need to make it easier for people to go after their dreams, and let the robots do more of the jobs. Hey, it's always a balance. It's a balance. It's a balance finding out, how much people should have to do for the community, and how much they can do just for their own benefit. And that's why we raise taxes on the rich people, because they're doing things for their own benefit, but some of it has to be used for the community. And that's the same thing we have to continue to do, find a balance. If we all became poor people, but I think we can produce things that people will still make money off of, as long as we're doing a capitalism. But we can't go with unfettered capitalism, can we? Because then just rich people do whatever they want and poor people have to suffer. So we have to continue to find a decent balance and make sure that everybody can survive. Good to see you, Ellie. How are you? Huh? You're doing good? Thank you. Thank you very much. You have a great night. I love you for sentimental reasons. I hope you do believe me. I give you my heart. I love you and you alone were meant for me. Please give your love and heart to me and say we'll never part. Think of you every morning, dream of you every night. Darling, I'm never lonely whenever you're inside. I love you for sentimental reasons. I hope you do believe me. I give you my heart. Dream of you every night. Darling, I'm never lonely whenever you're inside. I love you for sentimental reasons. I hope you do believe me. I give you my heart. Somewhere beyond the sea, somewhere waiting for me, my lover stands on golden sands and watches the ships that go sailing. Somewhere beyond the sea, she's there watching for me. If I could fly like birds on high, straight to her arms. I go sailing. It's far beyond the star. It's near beyond the moon. I know beyond a doubt my love will see me there soon. We'll meet upon the shore. We'll kiss just as before. Happy we'll be beyond the sea. And never again I will sailing. It's far beyond the star. It's near beyond the moon. I know beyond a doubt my love will see me there soon. We'll meet upon the shore. We'll kiss just as before. Happy we'll be beyond the sea. And never again I go sailing. No more sailing. Bye bye. Let me tell you how it's gonna be. You're gonna give your love to me. Love to last more than one day. Love is love and not fade away. My love is love and not fade away. I'm gonna love you, Cadillac. Try to tell you why you hold me back. Your love for me gotta be real, for you to know just how I feel. My love is love and not fade away. My love is real and not fade away. Let me tell you how it's gonna be. You're gonna give your love to me. Love to last more than one day. My love is love and not fade away. My love is love and not fade away. Let me tell you how it's gonna be. You're gonna give your love to me. Love to last more than one day. My love is love and not fade away. My love is love and not fade away. My love is love and not fade away. Are you heading out of here? Well, you want to come and say goodbye? The day treated you well? The day was a good day? Yeah?
Yeah.
Ethan Hyatt here. You have any final words for us this evening?
We need to stop putting all this money into wars and all this other nonsense and start using that money to build housing to get people off the street.
And thank you very much for that.
That's what we need to do.
All right.
Stop
I think-
wasting all this money on nonsense and start using it to build housing to get people off the streets.
Fantastic.
Everyone, this is a rich country. Everybody deserves to have a place to live. Everybody. Nobody should be on the street here in this rich country.
That's right.
That's
Peace
right.
and love. Thank you,
Yeah,
Ethan.
you bet. Good night, everybody. We'll see you back on Wednesday.
I might be around tomorrow night because I'm going to speak at the city council meeting, so I might come by for a while and play a few songs or something. We'll see.
Yeah, that's what you do.
But you have a great night, and be safe and be well. I'm glad you're feeling good. I could teach the world how to smile. I could be happy all of the while. I could change gray skies to blue if I had you. I could leave the old world behind, leave all my pals, I'd never mind. Nothing I couldn't do if I had you. I could climb the tallest mountain, swim the ocean deep and wide. I could cross the burning desert if I had you by my side. I could be a king, dear, uncrowned, humble or poor, rich or renowned. There's nothing I could not do if I had you. I could climb under the devil. I could be a king, dear, uncrowned, humble or poor, rich or renowned. There's nothing I could not do if I had you. There's nothing I could not do if I had you. Life is just a bowl of cherries. Don't take it serious. It's too mysterious. You work, you save, you worry so, but you can't take your dough when you go, go, go. Life is just a bowl of cherries, so live and laugh at it all. Life is just a bowl of cherries. Don't take it serious. It's too mysterious. You work, you save, you worry so, but you can't take it dough when you go, go, go. Life is just a bowl of cherries, so live and laugh at it all. Keep repeating, it's the berries. Even the strongest oak must fall. The sweet things in life to you were just loaned. So how can you lose what you never even owned? Oh, life is just a bowl of cherries. So live it, love it. Wiggle your ears and think nothing of it. You can't do without it. There's no two ways about it. Just live and laugh at it all. That's right. Sometimes you just got to jump around and laugh a little bit. And say, the sun will come out Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. Just thinking about tomorrow clears away the cobwebs and the sorrow till there's none. When I think of a day that's gray and lonely, I just stick out my chin and grin and say, oh, the sun'll come out tomorrow. So you gotta hang on till tomorrow. Come what may, tomorrow, tomorrow, I love you, tomorrow, you're always a day away. Tomorrow, tomorrow, I love you, tomorrow, you're always a day away. Hey! How you doing, Dorian? Can I give you something? Well, I sure botched that song up. I sure tore that song up. Well, I'll get the next one. I'll tear the next one up even worse. No. How you been?
I've been good. You?
Yeah, doing all right.
I've been
People,
all right.
people treating you okay?
Yeah.
Been finding a safe place to sleep?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Thanks.
You're welcome. You have a good night. Peace. Let me think. I got the world on a string, sitting on a rainbow. Got the string around my finger. Lucky me, can't you see? I'm in love. I got a song I can sing. I can make the rain go anytime I move my finger. What a life, what a world. I'm in love. Life's a beautiful thing. As long as I hold the string, I'd be a silly so-and-so if I should ever let it go. I got the world on a string, sitting on a rainbow. Got the string around my finger. Ah, lucky me, I'm in love. Life's a beautiful thing. As long as I hold the string, I'd be a silly so-and-so if I should ever let it go. I got the world on a string, sitting on a rainbow. Got the string around my finger. Oh, look at me. What a world. Oh, what a life, look at me. I'm in love. Just let me hear some of that rock and roll music. Any old way you choose it. It's got a backbeat, you can't lose it. Any old time you use it. Gotta be rock and roll music. If you wanna dance with me. If if you wanna dance with me. I take yum num 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 num. If you wanna dance with me. I got no kick against the modern jazz, unless they try to play it too darn fast and lose the beauty of the melody until it sounded like a symphony. That's why I got that rock and roll music. Any old way you choose it, it's got a backbeat, you can't lose it. Any old time you use it, gotta be rock roll music. If you wanna dance with me, if you wanna dance with me. I took my lover over across the tracks, hear my man wailing on the sax. I must admit there was a rocking band, man, they was blowing like a hurricane. They was playing that rock and roll music. Any old way you choose it, it's got a backbeat, you can't lose it. Any old time you use it, gotta be rock roll music. If you wanna dance with me, if you wanna dance with me. Don't care to hear them play the tango, or in the mood they take the mambo. It's way too early for the Congo, so keep on rocking that piano, no. Keep on playing that rock and roll music. Any old way you choose it, it's got a backbeat, you can't lose it. Any old time you use it, gotta be rock roll music. If you wanna dance with me, if you wanna dance with me, if you wanna dance with me. Well, we'll keep working towards a better day, equal rights, equal justice, equal opportunity, health care for all, housing the homeless, common sense gun laws, good public education. We need to stand up for equal rights and show that we can help lift people out of poverty, that progressive government can work. So let's keep working towards a better day for everybody. When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And in my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. Hearted people living in the world agree there will be an answer, let it be. And though they may be parted, there is still a chance that they will see. There will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. There will be an answer, let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. body. There is still a light that shines on me. Shine until tomorrow, let it be. I wake up to the sound of music. Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. There will be an answer, let it be. Peace and love.